Of course, didn't have the mic volume on. So, like I was saying, Tim, thank you so much for being here. Tony, Trent, Tim. Yeah, I'm notorious for the audio, so I do apologize for that. Um, so yeah, we're switching it up a little bit. If you caught the last stream, going towards the entertainment side, not so much like administrative. Everything that's going on in the world, I think it's good to bring more of not so, I mean, more of an entertainment. Again, I'm not going to say more of an enjoyment piece to it because hopefully you do enjoy the administrative side. But I think a lot of people look at circuit, they just see cryptocurrency, and they don't really look at like what everything it entails. We are a competitive racing cryptocurrency, and that's for not only strictly automotive as far as like let's say drag or anything like that, but also covering as far as drones and I mean even like off the wall as far as like horse racing and dog racing, just really anything competitive racing. So one thing I do want to say real quick is make sure you do have your circuit wallet handy, your circuit wallet address. One thing is we did release version 2.0, so you can actually just go to getting started and you'll see the desktop wallet right here. You'll just click it. And one thing that's really nice is the wallet bootstrap. As the blockchain advances, we're getting more into like the hundred thousands of blocks. So if you download the bootstrap as well after you download the version 2.0, you just switch everything over and it only takes like a couple of minutes really to get your wallet synchronized all the way. There is a tutorial that has been pushed out for it. So if you actually, on this YouTube channel, you'll see a wallet bootstrap tutorial and it'll walk you through everything. So having your circuit wallet address and also your Bitcoin address. Again, we are doing something different. Let's see. Ghost, good to see you. Soryu. Hopefully I said that correctly. Thank you so much for being here. But yeah, so another thing I'd like to talk about. Singong Speedway, as you know, we're affiliated with them as our competitive drivers. A good majority of them are within that area. They just did their first iRacing, even though it's not released on iRacing, it was still broadcasted through Speed 51. Their first like mass event, it was the V250. So it's cool to see a lot of traditional tracks now with everything going on, switching over to the technology side of everything. Mazu, thank you so much. Yeah, so again, if you do post your circuit addresses and your Bitcoin addresses, I believe Adachi is within the chat, probably watching, maybe not said anything, but we'll be taking your addresses and everything and making sure keeping track of it. And we'll switch over to also Tim, your live streams, I love them as always. I caught a little bit of it yesterday, but we were revamping this live stream, so I wasn't there the whole time, but I always do enjoy it. Check out Tim or Volatility Trading on YouTube. He does live streaming on the stock market every Friday, and time varies between 9:30 to 10:30. So definitely check him out. And let's go ahead and get into it. All right. So let me go ahead and make sure I have the audio good here. So this was the peak. So if anyone did see the tweet, they saw that the Crew 2, we were doing live racing. Here we are. This is the VAMP screen that we did. I worked with, well, really D-Lo, of course, Dan. He does all of our graphic work, and I think it came out very nice. We do have the controller here at the bottom, so you can see all of the inputs that take place. Now, because I was saying the circuit addresses and the Bitcoin addresses, you'll see the wheel that's like right above my head right here. So it actually, when it spins, and again, this is kind of like a process where we'll take all community feedback, what everyone thinks that a way to improve it, different prizes to be put on there as well. One thing I'd like to put is once we do release the merchandise, having t-shirts put on there. So you'll have a t-shirt, the circuit, you have the patches on the side right here, and then we do have the logo on the back. But that was something as well. I am, yeah, Tony. It's not Minecraft, I'm sorry. It's racing oriented. I mean, maybe there's Minecraft racing out there. But yeah, just bringing more of an entertainment piece to it. I believe everyone's really going to appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, the t-shirts are very nice. And as we're, racing, and the thing that I love about this game is it's not strictly like with other games as far as like doing just a circuit like the entire time. You have, there's boat racing, there's demolition derby, there's monster trucks. Really everything that circuit incorporates is within this game. And then, granted, I haven't played this for a long time because of, just different priorities. But as far as I've seen, really a great game. I highly recommend it. But yeah, the merchandise will be coming soon. Yeah, the Crew, yeah, it's really good. Again, if you do have any questions or comments or however, please feel free to drop them down. Granted, in the middle of the race, I may not be able to look because I'm not the best at any type of racing whatsoever. I definitely try my best, but love to get a t-shirt. Yeah, and again, we love to give them away. They're really nice, and it's a good quality. It's like an Under Armour type. So, but yeah, let's go ahead and hop into it. And yeah, if you have anything, please let me know. So, again, like I was saying, there's the activities in here. You have street racing, drift, drag, hypercar, of course, monster truck, demolition derby. There's air races. And then, of course, Dan, which is on our design team, he's also one of the founders. He loves rallycross, and rallycross is not my favorite in this game. So, yeah, if anyone has a suggestion of where we should start, I'm definitely more than open to that. Now, after, and again, this can get vamped as well, but after every race, we'll spin the wheel. And as you can get a little preview of the wheel spinning right here. So like right here, it landed on 250. 250 is how much everyone in chat would get of circuit. So everyone would get 250 circuit. Now granted, everyone that does drop an address is going to get 500 circuit off the bat. So just as a thank you for being here, a thank you for having the circuit wallet, and for supporting the circuit team. So everyone already has 500 circuit off the bat. Now with the ones that are in the gold, we can see the $5 in Bitcoin, and then I think we switched it to 2,500. That's going to be for one winner. So once it lands on that, we'll pick a number between 1 and 100. That was just what came to mind. And then that's the individual that gets the closest is going to be awarded with either 2,500 circuit or $5 in Bitcoin. But I'm really excited to see how this transforms over time. I mean, this is currently the prizes we have now. But as we go on further down, there's going to be a lot more. So definitely. And again, thank you so much for being here. So I see street racing. Let's switch back over here. So I'm currently going through like the career. You can see everything right here is associated with the I guess the career mode or however. You'll see like normal, there's hard, the different difficulties. Now normal is like quite easy. So is there any new games to use circuit to play? Are you talking in regard to like the browser games like the Will or Blackjack, or are you speaking of like platformers? But yeah, so we're currently on this. Hopefully, you know, I place in the top 3, but you know, knowing me, it may not occur. So let me just make sure I have the desktop audio on. And then let me know if the audio really works out. So if you need it like turned up, or if my voice is getting drowned out, just
you can take a basic frame and make a beast out of it. Lucky you get to find this out for yourself.
Also, a really cool thing about this game is you can currently see that I'm in the amphibious. But once it actually like goes into a certain event, or if you're doing like one of the, it's kind of like a milestone event where it incorporates different vehicle types, you immediately switch from vehicle to vehicle throughout. And that's something that we can cover as well. So that is something that we are currently looking into. As you can see within our website, once you go to the main screen, you'll see like digitalized cars and such. But again, there are different prototypes that we do have that we're working on. It really just comes down to getting all of the team together, the whole support staff, and really bring it together. So I'm currently running the Corvette. I really want to get the GTR, I'm not going to lie. The GTR has always been a favorite of mine. I believe they have like, I know I have a Skyline for the drifting. So I have the Skyline, but like a 2007, and I know like the 2013 you have the GTR Black Edition, which are absolutely beautiful. That again is a car that I'd love to have, but I ended up purchasing the Infiniti Q60 for my personal vehicle. So I've never really been so much into the Infinitis, but once I saw the vehicle, I know they switched over from the Q35 to the G37, then they went to the Q series. So it's nice, and I think you get a lot more for your buck. For like Mercedes and BMW, those are like, you know, household names.
That's it. Show them what you got.
I saw the shortcut, but you're paying a lot more for the name. So like everyone wants to say like I drive a Mercedes or however, but just the comfort of it and the different amenities that come with it. So like for mine, I had because it was a newer used vehicle. We had the GPS as far as the gray leather that went into it as well. Oh, there's the GTR. I know there's a lot of prototypes that are coming out right now. I forget. I think there's like a BMW prototype that just came out. actually, I think it's a Toyota. And it's really slick looking. I think they're trying to get more to like the sleek look and moving away from like the decade-old boxy look. Not so much for the Toyotas, just overall. As you can see, like with this game, it's not so much like a Forza where you're actually like damage is really going to affect, or if you hit something, it's really going to cause a lot. It's kind of like between, I guess, like a traditional, maybe like a platform racer, however. And I thought a really cool addition to the racing was actually seeing the controller in the bottom of the screen. You can see every input that I'm hitting as well. So, I'm currently in the automatic. There is an option to go to like the H shifter, so bringing the manual back, and that was something that I used like a lot for the older games that I used to play. I think not for sure, but for Midnight Club may have had the manual. That was the same spot. Oh my lord. That was the same spot that got me last time. So currently, I'm going through like I said earlier, just the career whenever I have any free time, like when I'm taking just really a break from anything. I mean, at Circuit, of course, like we put in a lot of hours, but we have to remember you have to bring some type of like entertainment as far as this. Now, granted, we do love Circuit and really everything that is Circuit, but just having some like some time to yourself outside of like the voice calls and the conference calls. So, I mean, this is a really great way just to kind of refocus and really thinking of ways to revamp and bring innovation to the process or the project. So, also, if you wanted the camera switched out, so we currently have like the view back, but there is like a driver view or however. So if we wanted to incorporate that, just let me know. It's going to get really messy if I start doing that, but you know, whatever you guys want, I'm more than happy to do so. Also, the upgrading process within this, you can see like suspension, gearbox. They have really everything. I mean, granted, it's not like highly in depth like a lot of other games are. But you can see like right here, these are all the upgrades that we've just gotten, so a lot of those. Okay. So let's go ahead. Awesome, Tim. Thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. First place, there we go. I mean, I'm glad I got first place on easy mode. It's very different. Like, you know, just being by yourself and like strictly on the game compared to wanting to ensure that you're incorporating the chat. It's very different. So let's go ahead and we're going to spin the wheel. And here we go. Okay, so 250. So everyone, again, if you haven't posted your Circuit wallet address, please do now. Just so we can put it on file, and then at the end of the stream, all the Circuit, and if someone does land on the Bitcoin as well, that's going to be paid out. So if you haven't, again, drop your Circuit address. Everyone started off with 500 Circuit initially, and now we just hit 250, so everyone's going to get 250. Again, when it comes to the gold, as far as the 2,500 Circuit and the $5 in Bitcoin, that's going to be one individual off of 1 to 100. So let me go ahead and switch back over to this. Okay, so like Tony, I think you tried to post something, but I think the address may be a little off. All right, so we have one address there. Yeah, so just to ensure you have the right address, the circuit wallets start with a C. Your address will always start with a C. All right, awesome. We have another address as well. There we go. Okay, perfect. All right, so we have completed the first race, and I didn't embarrass myself too much, hopefully, so that works out. If anyone has any suggestions of what we should do next, I mean, we have drift. I personally, not so much like in the game because I'm horrible at it, but drift is my favorite genre of racing. I mean, granted, not all of them are racing. It built off of, I mean, some were built off of like time strictly, but drift. And then, of course, also we have drag, hypercar, rally, monster truck. Demolition Derby is actually really fun in this game. It's really fun. It really is. There are races within the Demolition Derby. Okay, Mazu. There we go. Cool. All right. MG, awesome. Thank you so much for being here. And let me go ahead and show that. There we are. Okay, cool. So again, if anyone has any suggestions, we could really dive into, let's go with the drift. Okay. Let's see. So I've completed everything. And another thing that you can see for like when it says, you'll see at the top, it says U and then RECO, basically recommending what you should be at with your vehicle level. If I change the difficulty to 210 for Ace, I'm not there yet. I'm working to be there, but let's go ahead. Hard might be a little too much, but we'll try it out. For goodness, I wish I could remember that game, but when I would do the drifting series, I would have it in manual, so I was having to focus on the drifting and also shifting the gears. It was definitely a lot.
We've got here today is a race
I know
for
it's.
Had to call in a lot of
I'm gonna
favors
try
to
my
make
best.
it happen, but it had to happen. A whole lot of people from the mayor on down don't trust us. Time to show everyone we're more than just outlaws. Get ourselves some good buzz for a change. Can't hurt. You know
So
what I'm
the
saying?
GTR, the Skyline.
race?
A lot of people like this lifestyle. I won't say I don't like it, but I do like
Careful, you don't drift
the
yourself
2012
right overboard.
like, that and
You want to
beyond
make a splash?
are my
There's
favorites.
better ways
Again,
to
not
do
saying I
it.
don't like it. So it's all about like chaining your drifts together. So as long as you can, like, I should be going a little faster than this. But as long as you're chaining them together. And also the speed, of course, helps. I'm sure like my controller at the bottom of the screen is going crazy right now. This is definitely something I'm not for. definitely not the best performance I've had. So believe it or not, I normally get over 100,000. I know it's hard to believe, but just for that, whatever it spends on, we're going to do double. So if it spends on $5 in Bitcoin, we'll do $10 in Bitcoin, just for that performance. Let me switch over to this. Now, let me make sure I have all their addresses shown. Thank you. I appreciate the support. All right, let me go over. So we're going to go ahead and spin the wheel. Let's see what we get. Looks like 1,000 to me. So 1,000. So I said 2,000 or times 2 because of that amazing performance we just had. So 2,000 circuit to everyone that's put up their wallet, which, I mean, that's phenomenal. that's an awesome amount. Wow. Yeah, so everyone gets 2,000 more circuit on top of what they already have. Wow, that's awesome. Okay, cool. So again, we're going to make sure that we're keeping all the address together. All right, let's go ahead and switch back over. Oh goodness. Okay, so we've done the street racing, we've done the drift. Let's see what else there is. If anyone has any suggestions whatsoever, let me know. Goodness, the hovercraft or amphibious or however you want to title it, or I'm sorry. Yeah, let me take a look at that real quick. Yeah. That was odd because it's actually shown over here, so I don't know why they showed it on a different screen, but yeah, it's like you're drifting the entire time. The only thing that saves you is the nitro when you're going around turns. With the rally raid, it's like a straight shot, so there's not like a indicated course. It's kind of however you go about it. If you want to take a left, you want to take a right. Really however to get from each of the checkpoints. So, yeah, if anyone has any suggestions whatsoever, and I think there might be a little bit more of a lag on my end, and I do apologize for that. I'll have to make sure that, well, I think that's actually because in YouTube, you can select if you have more lag, like as far as the chat and everything like that. It's going to be a better view for your viewers, so it'll be more of a high definition. And the buffering, like there won't be any like spots or however. It's weird. Oh, Ghost, we spun. Good Lord, 1,000. So everyone, because of what I did there, everyone's gonna get 2,000 circuit in the chat. So if you dropped your circuit wallet, additional 2,000. So I mean, I believe we're past 3,000 for each person, which is like phenomenal amount. It truly is. But yeah, if you are having any problems whatsoever, like in regards to viewing, it may come down to having to refresh the window, and I do apologize for that. I'll make sure that I look into that after this. Yeah, definitely. Okay, so I think I saw motocross. Motocross is actually really cool. Let me go ahead and switch back over to this. As you can see, like I have 23 right now, so I'm not even close to the recommended. But the really cool thing about this is, of course, you're going over obstacles like as you would any type of like motocross or like dirt bike. Let's see if I do any better here. I will say, I mean, it is easy, and I will say, like, the nitro really helps. I'm gonna try to spice it up as much as I can. Oh, there we go. The style points. Unfortunately, I don't think you actually get style points. That would be pretty cool. And landed with a wheelie. Oh man. But yeah, I mean, this is definitely one of my favorite like racing types in the game. Even though it's like more of a, it's not like a high speed. It's more, it's like slowed down. It's not, you're not going 300. That might actually be ugly right there. You're not going 300 like any type of like hybrid or what. It's all falling apart halfway through. But it's really cool just going over the obstacles and just flaring it up with the front flip, back flip. However, maybe I'll get a double flip and try down it. No, it's not hard mode. I mean, we can go into hard mode. The only reason I didn't for this is because recommended is 60, which I would be blown away like right off the go. I mean, if everyone wants to see that, I'm more than happy to do it. But, you know, something to like keep it more competitive. I know there's other racing, like street racing or demolition derby is another one that can be incorporated because I've reached that tier as far as like the vehicles being upgraded to that now. I think that's the same. Oh wow, okay. I see. I'll take it. I'll take it. There we go. We'll finish it off a little stylish. But yeah, it's just awesome to have all these different racing genres in one game. I never played the Crew, like the first one or the original. But when I was actually looking around on Steam, I saw the Crew 2, and I saw how the vehicles were transitioning from like one to the other, and I thought that was a really cool effect. So I looked more into it. You know, it's really been, it's cool. So there is, they don't call it F1. It's like an open wheel modified. You can actually take a look, and we'll also spin the wheel as well. But what do they? Alpha GP. So that's what I mean. It's very similar, but it's really fun. I mean, it's really fun. The high speeds, you know, MotoGP. Yeah, I mean, there's so much. Well, I mean, they already incorporate so much into it, but I'm definitely sure they could expand off of that. Drone racing, that would be really cool. A lot of people, like when we speak of circuit and we mention drone racing, which is in our white paper, like our business document, they're like kind of stunned, like, yeah, like you support drone racing? Like, yeah, I mean, like this is a technology wave. We're a cryptocurrency project, but we're not strictly just behind the computer. We don't like we still like step out. Like right now we're doing gaming. You know, just because we're an organization doesn't mean that we're not incorporating the things that we're passionate about. Like I love racing, and this is something that I love, and I'm sure everyone else does. So yeah, drone racing would be amazing. If they have a download content or a DLC for that, yeah, 100%. So let's go ahead and give the wheel a spin. We just look at that, 1,000 more circuit to everybody. That's wow. We're hitting the big bucks tonight. So 1,000 more circuit to every single address that's posted. That's awesome. Wow, we're hitting big money. we're hitting big money. Wow. Okay. Goodness. There we go. So definitely congratulations. And definitely thank you all for being here. That's awesome. I mean, I mean, I hope everyone is enjoying this new. So this is the Saturday Night Circuit, a new series we're launching. Not so much like the administrative portion of us talking about what's going on. I mean, we do incorporate news, keep everyone up to date, but not just strictly that. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for being here. And again, our circuit staff, our support team is phenomenal. I mean, we truly have a phenomenal team, and more than happy to be a part of it. So thank you so much. So 1,000. 2,000 was last time. 1,000 more for everyone. And if anyone has any, I know the Formula One type or the open wheel modified, that was recommended, so we couldn't do that one next. It's really up to everyone else. Well, thank you so much. If you're heading out, thank you so much for being here. And please make sure you have dropped your circuit address, just so we can ensure that we do get your circuit over to you. But thank you so much. So let's go ahead and we'll switch over to, make sure I have this selected. Looks like Tony, SNC. I may be missing that one. So the live extreme events, that's actually something I personally like to cover as well. But that's when the vehicles are being changed throughout the race. Really cool effect. I'm granted it may have been done in the first, the crew, but playing the crew too and seeing that, it's phenomenal. So we do have open wheel modified right here. Wow, I'm not even close to recommended, but I will put it on hard. Actually, I'm not even there for hard either, but let's just go ahead and do it. This may be, I don't know. It's gonna be interesting, but that's what we're here for, is for the competition. And I'm probably gonna have to focus a little bit on this one. If you weren't aware, one of our competitive racing drivers is actually open wheel modified, or has been incorporated into that for doing sport, open wheel modified, doing exotic. Wow, they're really
You don't
fast.
deserve a car that good.
Okay, so this is going to be it looks like they're getting me on the acceleration. If I keep bumping, it's probably not going to help too much, but they're getting me on the acceleration. But as far as the top speed, I think I'm high standing with him. Well, he looks like he wants to share some pain with me. So. I have to remember I'm not doing street racing right now. I have to slow it down a little bit and hit these curves a little bit. So let's go ahead and switch it into. Wow, I cannot see anything. The ultimate challenge right here. Thank you for the good luck. I'm going to need as much good luck for this, especially if I'm ramming everyone. Nitro's going to help me. So we're halfway through. Oh man, come on. I'm not getting any break. Focus is like 110%. So I'm guessing it ends at the finish line. So hopefully that straight shot may not be good, because I'm not highly competitive in the acceleration. But if I'm able to hold my turn, I think I might be able to do it with Nitro. Again, I'm sure my controller is going wild right now. I just thought I couldn't see finish, and I thought I had to go a little bit more. That wouldn't have been good. Oh lord. Yeah, inside. So I started off really bad as far as my driving maneuvers. But I thought the first person's really cool, but just with this, the setup, it's like you can see what's going on, but it's a little distracting, like especially with the middle piece. So let me switch off of that. Yeah. If everyone likes the driver view or the first person or however, I'll incorporate that from here on. Granted, with some, as far as like I think drift is better like in the third person personally. But when it comes to let's say the hybrid or like the sports car, it's a lot more so. Hit them hard, yeah. Congrats, thank you. I really appreciate that. All right, so let's time to spin the wheel again, and here we go. Where's it gonna land? Oh man, we were really close to the Bitcoin. Like, I thought it was actually gonna land on it. We were really close. Possibly next time we'll get it. But 250, so 250 to everyone. 250 more circuit, which is like phenomenal. I mean, this is really cool. We do have other outlets as far as like using the faucet. The faucet, you can go there, and this is also on the front page of the website, getting started. But you go to the faucet, you just click it, you input your circuit wallet address, and then also we do have promo codes that come out in the description below. You can see our drivers, our partners, our sponsors, and you'll see the newsletter. You sign up for that newsletter; it's completely free. We do send out different promo codes, and some of them are up to like when you use the faucet, like goodness, I think it's like an additional up to 1,000 circuit. So there's just phenomenal opportunities to get circuit. And again, with being the first competitive racing cryptocurrency, it just makes sense that I would just hold on to circuit. Trust me, I would hold on. I mean, this is going to be huge, and it's definitely an honor to be a part of it. So I'm not playing on keyboard, but I am switching back and forth from screen to screen. So and sorry that I wasn't able to look so much at the chat because I had to focus on what was going on. But no, I'm not playing on keyboard. You can see the controller. I'm actually, like a design of the controller, just to the right of where I am, like right here. The controller is right here, and it shows all of my inputs that I'm actually using. So you can see when I'm actually racing, these are the inputs that I'm putting in. We do have the circuit design on the controller, which I thought was really cool. Thank you to Dan for creating that. Yeah, and Tony, I just saw that. Yeah, right next to me, you can see that. So, okay, if anyone has any recommendations of what we should do next, I'm having so much fun, I lost track of time. So, we have about 15 more minutes of the circuit night, or the circuit Saturday night. Yeah, that sounds good. Event. So, let's go back and we'll Saturday night circuit. There we go. Goodness. Oh, so the live extreme. That's another thing. Looks like Tony said rally. So we can do rally, and then we'll close it out with the live extreme. And there's several ones you can pick from that incorporate different vehicles. So some of them have, and there's normally 3 vehicles incorporated. So there could be, like sports. Let me actually just take a look instead of guessing. That would probably make sense. So these are all the ones that are incorporated right here. I think I haven't beat either of these two, so we're working on that. And then, yeah, we can see right here, we do have actually what we kind of just did right now. But yeah, something to keep in mind. So, let's see. Okay. Gotcha. But all right, so let's take a look at rally. I'm guessing you meant like the rally raid, Tony. because I believe we've already done. Did we? I can't remember if we did the rallycross yet. But either okay, cross, got it. All right, let's see. So looks like we haven't completed this one yet. Let's go ahead and take a look.
The classic car special.
Oh, okay.
Everybody
Yeah,
drives classy vintage cars. A lot of drivers like this one. Me?
Yeah, I think this is the
Well,
one
where you're
that's
going
just given
than
like
what
by
you drive
default.
there. But to each their own.
Well, as far as I have the Porsche 911 GT3, which probably isn't the best like rally car, but that's what the game gives you off the bat. So until I have more funds or however. Oh, shortcut. There we go. I was looking at the map and I was kind of questioning what was going on. Oh no. Okay, let me reorient real quick. Throwing off a little bit. And of course we do have the obstacles here, which I was about to go down the wrong way. I think I may have given the disclaimer that this is not my strong point, so. Yeah, staying on the track is probably a good move for me. Yeah, let me try that. I will say though, the graphics in this game, like as far as like just the environment, like going through water or however, it's really spot on. Of course, I mean there's been a lot of advances with gaming over the years. Oh, my first game turned halfway through and finally did it. But yeah, I just like really everything and all the work that's been put into this. For the next Saturday night, definitely open to any suggestions of what game. As far as like Forza, with Forza, we do have the circuit wraps. So the circuit vehicle wraps, we don't like have them in this like. Well, right now we don't have them. We are working on them. Definitely soon to come. So like Forza or really any other racing game, definitely more open to do it. Yeah, the map. Oh yeah, the map was really throwing me off. Like especially when I was hitting the lap, I was thinking I was supposed to go left, and that would have been a really bad move. Trying the straights. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, there's a lot of, I think there's even, like, tuning that can go into this as well. Again, I haven't really, like, gone too in-depth in this game, but I'm sure there's just really so much you can do. You can customize, of course, and there's also, like, online multiplayer that can be really, I guess you could really do it anytime that you would like. Let's go ahead and stay focused, yeah. Oh, man. All right, so time to spin the wheel and see where we land. So here we go. Oh my goodness, that was so close. With the 2500, that was so close. It was like right there. Oh man. Okay, so I mean 250 on top of everything to everyone. I mean that's still awesome, but we're getting so close to those yellow zones. The next race is going to be the last race, but I mean, we'll spin the wheel one more time, and then it possibly could land on there. But yeah, that's awesome. So 250 more. If you haven't already dropped your circuit address, please make sure that you do. At the end of this live stream, we're going to go through and make sure that everyone is paid out the circuit. Go yellow. Yeah. All right, so really taking any type of suggestions here. Really, what anyone wants to see. There's different variations here of the vehicle types. So if there's like one specific that you want to see, we could just find the race that has it incorporated. If you're wanting like rally or like the exotic hybrid, like the Formula One type, or really, however, be more than happy to do so. Switch back over. Okay. Oh, I haven't done this one yet. We're going for the drag. So I don't think drag is actually in any of these. Yeah, I think it's bigger next time. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we definitely could. This is current. Like, I was actually working on the wheel like right up into when the live stream was about to occur. So the last thing that I did incorporate was the Bitcoin. There's been a lot of evolutions of the wheel. But yeah, the when it first dropped, it was the red zones were 100 circuit, and then it's bounced up to 250, and then like going from there. So let's see, drag racing. Yeah, well, I mean, drag racing is in this as well. Yeah, we have drag right here. But currently looking for which one we're going to do of the live extreme, which will show you like that transition period. But yeah, Dan, awesome. Great to see you as always. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Dan, of course, has done all of the graphic work for Circuit. Basically, I mean, like probably 99.9% of everything. So phenomenal professional designer, 25 plus years of design work. I mean, like everything you see, like the Circuit logo, even like the controller template, the backgrounds, everything Dan has put together. So even like the t-shirts right here, like as you can see, we have the patches, of course, Circuit in the front, and then the 01 CRCT. Dan's put everything together, and really great guy. So yeah, definitely great work, and more than appreciated. I've known Dan for a few years now. We go back like, I mean, we started in other projects, and then we got together, and now we have the founding team of 3. So let's go ahead and we'll just pick one here, which is going to be. So this one hasn't been completed yet. We could do this one. These two right here. Yeah, definitely the t-shirt designs, and as you can see, like on the back, if I don't rip my headphones out, but yeah, the 01. We have cryptocurrency going down the spine, and then you have like your the team patch. So, like of course for this, the founding team. And the t-shirts are a special order, so yeah, thank you so much. Again, all like praise goes to Dan. Great designer. And in the last live stream, I was showing the comparison between like where the logo has come into like where it is now, and it's just night and day. Like it's just phenomenal, the work and the dedication that's been put into it. Like you can see, like for if you go to like Forza, and I'm sure Dan will let everyone know what video games have the circuit design in them, but you can just go down to them, and I know Dan has like hundreds of people that have downloaded the circuit wraps. So people love like the circuit wraps. I mean, they look amazing. They really do. They're really, I mean, they're different. They've been broadcasted in iRacing, and commentators have. They may not know off the bat what circuit is right now, but they do look at it and they just love just really how different it is. I mean, there's just so much implemented into the design itself. It's not just like a template design, like boom, here's your number, and maybe here's like some color right here. There's just so much work that's put into it. So Forza 7, Horizon 4. Okay, awesome. Oh, good to see you. Yeah, I know YouTube can be a little frustrating at times. But so Forza 7, Horizon 4 currently working on the new design updates. But yeah, just amazing updates. Or I'm sorry, well, amazing. I'm sure the updates are going to be amazing, but amazing designs. Okay, so let's go ahead and select one here. Does anyone have any suggestions of which one? You just, if there's a certain car type that you want to see, or really anything, I'm open to however. Yeah, I mean the game. So Forza is, I mean, I'm sure a good majority of everyone has seen or played Forza, but it's different racing. It's more closer to like the iRacing simulator, as far as like not so much like in this game. If you're doing street racing, you can bounce off walls, you can ram into poles on a motorcycle 100 miles per hour, nothing happens type deal. But in Forza, it incorporates like any type of damage done to your vehicle. And again, that's something that we can showcase in the next Saturday live stream. Just trying to keep it. No, I appreciate that, Dan, but oh goodness, if anyone ever saw, so like Dan and I will do like these calls together. We'll be talking about different design work, and it is hilarious. Like he'll show me a design and he'll say, like, let's just take this screen that we're currently viewing for example. So when I showed him kind of like possibly how I like the outlay of it, what I did is I took basically a notepad and I drew drew boxes on it. It was really bad. It was really bad. But yeah, Dan puts up with me, so yeah, it's definitely more realistic, and I know like a lot of people appreciate that. And of course, iRacing is like really there's a lot of praise to iRacing because of how the simulation is just so realistic. A lot of professional drivers like NASCAR drivers and however use the iRacing simulator, and they have gone to that. If you've seen the news, there are events that are taking place where I know Dale Earnhardt Jr. is competing in it. Oh, let me make sure this doesn't. I don't want this thing to time out on me, but Discord. Okay, so yeah, if you're not part of the Discord, that is in the description below. Yeah, Jimmy Johnson. But yeah, with to view our partners, our sponsors. Our drivers, we do currently sponsor 9 competitive racing drivers, which is phenomenal. Our project hasn't been out for a year yet, but we do have phenomenal drivers that are part of Team Circuit, and really thrilling that they did take this chance with this cryptocurrency project. It's not familiar to a lot of people, but we do see in the U.S. government that they are trying to implement a digital dollar, which granted there already is one. I mean, you have USDC, you have Tether, and then you do have other cryptocurrencies that are tethered to different, like the GBP or the British Pound, or however you want to go about it. But you watched them race? Yeah, I know. I mean, I know that's been blowing up on Twitter lately, as far as the different professional drivers really covering their racing, as far as just shouting out other professional drivers. But okay, let's see what we got. All right, just looking through. Let's change the. All right, so let's take a look at this one. Not sure how it's going to go well in hard mode or hard difficulty. you'll be able to see the
upstate New York
transitions
for
if I don't
race
tow
number
the car out
5 in the
before they
Live
occur.
Extreme Series. And boy, have we got a twist for you. We're going to show you some familiar territory in a whole new way.
Yeah, there is flying events as well. So aircraft events. Alright, there we go. So I forget how long these events.
Live,
So these
Tough
events are a
Cameras
little
for the
longer.
toughest conditions is proud to present one of
But
the
it just
most
gives
exhilarating
more
races
chance
on the
for me
circuit.
to
And it may be exhilarating,
share
but it's
pain with
also
other
as
people.
tough as our cameras. To make it to the finish line on this one, you have to be among the best. The good news is, that is exactly what we have for you today. The best.
Not even 10% done. It all goes down the drain. Soiled it.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that even if he's just in striking
I don't
distance of
wanna
the lead now,
blame them
you're
on
still
you as a
watching our
instructor
next
or
champion.
that I made a horrible turn. Just had to recover.
They're heading across the covered bridge. The most modern cars in the world thundering their way across an antique. Now that's what I call a spectacle.
Got a little quiet. I have a feeling I'm going to crash into another tree. So this is, I'm not quite sure what the recommended was for the art, but I like the competitions. Hopefully we can get them on the top speed. So the acceleration on this vehicle isn't the best.
Is that the big apple we see in the distance? Well now, at this speed, our drivers will be taking a bite out of it in no time at all. Time to take things
So
to the
you
next
can see
level.
the transition. Okay, there we go. The transition into the wall. The best of the best. I've never claimed to be the best of the best. I think if I put maybe a little more time into it, I would improve slightly. Definitely.
Now that's something you don't get to see every day. Open wheel racing in the heart of New York City. Also, no traffic at all.
So I'm not quite sure what the last, I take a look. I forget what the last vehicle type is. I think it's some type of, it's a speedboat. Can't quite recall. Try to make us some time. Great. As Tony said, outside the inside. For some reason, I was envisioning going up the bridge.
This is it. First place. And with style.
I think we're about to transition. I'm trying to look over at the, I should probably put the messages closer to the screen. Okay. Alright. If this was Forza, I would have definitely put it like 100 times over.
and round they go.
Yeah, the transition has to be better. I don't take the shortcut. So hopefully,
Let's make a splash with our grand finale.
so like the big thing is on the controller having to push back, so you're using the, I guess like the propeller momentum to gain some more speed.
Be careful not to get dizzy now, because this next section in Central Park has a lot of curves, and they're all
Just hoping I
tight
don't
ones.
lose too much
What a
time here,
place
'cause
to host the finest
pretty
in jet sprint
sure
racing.
the
What
recommended
a
level
place,
of this
folks.
vehicle right here is much lower than what it should be. So they're gonna probably get a little bit of time on me. If I can keep this up for 10% more of the race, maybe good. I can see they're gaining on me.
Just look at the view, because our pilot sure can.
No. Not like this.
Time for our racers to really pour it on.
Oh yeah, there. Oh. Wow. Okay.
Once again, coming to you from New
Like
York,
those last
the city
turns,
that never
I thought it
sleeps.
was over.
And who could sleep after
thought
the
it was
excitement
over.
we just witnessed? Thank you for tuning in to the Live Extreme Series, Episode 5, and we'll see you one more time for the season finale.
Oh yeah, yeah. Definitely nice vehicle. The hybrid exotics. All right. Well, wow. Those last turns, I thought I was gonna hit something. Like just soil it right at the end. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you, Mazzy. True. And if everyone wants to see the like, okay, so in Forza I do first person just because it feels more like, I don't know, like in this game it's more like a platformer in my mind, like an arcade, but in Forza definitely first person. It feels better for some odd reason. This game it just feels a little off, but again, we can always implement that to the next Saturday night. Thank you. All right, so spinning the wheel time. Let me go ahead and pause that out. All right, here we go. So this is the last spin of the night, and we've definitely hit some. I mean, we hit the 1,000. That was 2 times, so that was 2,000. I know we've hit 250 as last time. We've hit 1,000, and then 500 for everyone for dropping your circuit address. So here goes the last spin. Let's see what we're gonna get. Okay, 500. There we go. So that's one of the big winners. 500 to everybody. Oh, let me go ahead and take this off. So I'm pretty sure we may have gone to 5,000 circuit a person. I mean, we're really close. I know we're above 4,000 a person. We're above 4,000 a person. So basically everyone that's dropped their circuit address has gotten over 4,000 circuit, which is, wow, that's a lot. We're definitely giving a lot of circuit. So for this, basically, like, let me go ahead and switch this back over. So yeah, I mean, this is something that we wanted to incorporate, something new to the channel. Let me go ahead and bring up. thank you so much for being here. Thank you. I mean, truly more than appreciative of everyone that has joined for the first Saturday night circuit. That's the thing that we're going with. But so this is something that was put together. Dan was working on the design work, and the wheel was kind of like a last thing, just looking at the different technologies that were available within this the streaming platform. And I thought, we thought that this was just a really cool thing, giving back to the community, thanking like so much for the support, and I mean it goes like on and on. Circuit wouldn't be where it's at right now if it wasn't for the community, for the partners, the sponsors, the drivers, and we're more than appreciative for that. So implementing the wheel, again, when I first designed it up a little bit, it was 100 on the red, and then I wanted to really bump it up for everyone. So there's a lot of circuit given out tonight. Wow. But that's really awesome. More than happy, and really excited for everyone. If you don't everyone does have the circuit wallet, so we are proof of stake, so you can stake the circuit that you have to get even more circuit. And there's just so much potential, because even when you saw in the gaming, it's not just NASCAR, it's not just Formula One. I mean, it's so many different genres. We sponsor iRacers, open wheel modified. We could even look at the list right here, but the drivers that we have, Dragster, so Angela, and you definitely, like, her bio, what she's accomplished. Number 2 in the country, just phenomenal. So like Dragster, iRacing, late model, legend car, the sports truck. Now with 3323 Racing, with Dave Simpson and his family, we have the Sports 4 and the sports truck as well. And it's just phenomenal having all these different genres. Circuit has the opportunity to sponsor, really bringing it to life. And that's something that wanted to be incorporated tonight, is just bringing the racing to life. Yes, we're a cryptocurrency, but there's utility to this coin. It's, just for actually showing that we are racing. It's not so much we post a picture with the circuit design on it and boom, there you go, have fun. Actually, like, having the live racing. And at Speed 51, they broadcast like they did with Sinkong Speedway, where we have multiple drivers that we sponsor there, really just bringing everything to life. So I had a great time, even though the driving was nowhere close to superb. It was just it's always great to be here with everyone, and just if anyone has any questions, and again, like right now, if anyone has any questions in regards to just the circuit project overall, or what we'll do for the next Saturday night circuit, Saturday night, and that was something that was put into our roadmap, was implementing these routine live streams, being able to be here with everyone, answer any questions that you have right off the bat, not having to just post something and then of course someone will see it, but it's not going to be immediate. So it's always just a great time. And yeah, if anyone has any questions whatsoever, please let me know. We are about to close this out, so really just thanking everyone so much. I don't think I can say that enough. Thank you to the staff at Circuit, just phenomenal team, truly. Couldn't ask for a better team. Just the work ethic, the passion put into the project, that's really, really big thing. Is there any Circuit staking tutorial videos? So for Circuit, as far as staking, it's just done, or I'm sorry, it's just completed once you open your wallet. As far as let me just start this way. A tutorial strictly on staking, no, but if you have the wallet, which I'm sure everyone here does, you just ensure that the coin that you have in there is matured. So once the coin actually matures in your wallet, then you're going to have the ability to stake. As we can see within the website, there are staking right here. We do have staking breakdown. So we're currently in phase 2. This is the highest reward phase that there is. And I try to broadcast that all the time, but this is the highest block reward phase right now. So after this phase, we go down to 800 circuit a block, 600, 500, 250, 200. The reason that we did it this way is when we start out a project, obviously, unless you're coming from this big corporation already, it's going to take time to build your following. So we wanted to have the highest reward block right here after we've been out for over 6 months, just to ensure everyone has the ability to gain advantage from this 1,000 circuit block reward. So once you download, it stays automatically once the wallet is synced. Yeah. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, but it is automatic. So what occurs is you just have your wallet open to an active internet connection. Our difficulty right now, I think, is I think it's 1.4 million, which really isn't that high. It sounds like a high amount, but it's not like off the charts like Bitcoin difficulty. But the more coin that you do hold, of course, the greater chance that you have to stake, and that just goes along with the amount of weight that you hold, and that's really for any blockchain. Excuse me. So thank you so much for also streaming. Thank you, Mazu. Thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, so but there's several ways, and like I was saying with the faucet right here, all you do is just getting started, go to the circuit faucet, you just click on that, and we'll click on it now. And then you can see right here, this is where you would put your circuit wallet address and then a promo code. We do send out promo codes periodically. They're primarily in the newsletter. There's actually a promo code every newsletter that drops. So within the description, you'll see like free subscription to the newsletter. It's sent out every weekend. There's going to be a promo code. The amount varies, but you would just put your address, the promo code. I'm not a robot, which, you know, and then claim your circuit now. So as you can see, over 6,000 payouts to the community, which is just phenomenal. That's actually an amazing number. Being out only 8 months now, that's phenomenal. Great. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And thank you so much for being here, Soryu. And I hope I'm not butchering your name. But I really do appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. And that's something at Circuit, we don't take anyone for granted. You know, that we're really community based, truly. Yeah, so I'm really excited. And again, you can comment on this video of what you want to see. If you want to see more prizes on the wheel, you want to see the yellow opened up more, you know. Again, there's going to be evolutions to the wheel. This isn't the final. But if you want to see another game, really anything you want to see, like, please let us know. That, I mean, we're truly here to bring the best entertainment, and that's even in the white paper Circuit. And I mean, granted, it's not verbatim, but Circuit is here to provide the most prestige level of entertainment to the racing community. And I mean, I believe we're on the right track, you know. It's just amazing that the Crew 2 has the ability to showcase so many different genres of competitive racing. We didn't hit the Demolition Derby, but the Demolition Derby is awesome. There is racing within it, and of course, just, you know, destroying other vehicles is so much fun. So awesome. Yeah, I mean, the faucet to claim free Circuit. You have, of course, the Saturday night live stream, which is a phenomenal way to gather more Circuit. With 4,000 Circuit given out to each individual that's posted. If you haven't posted your Circuit address, please do. Once this live stream ends, that's going to be the completion of the Circuit addresses that we will take. Yeah, for the faucet, also the promo codes that drop. Awesome. MG15, thank you so much for joining Team Circuit. That's awesome. Thank you so much for subscribing to the YouTube channel. I really do appreciate that. That's awesome. And I hope you've had a great time. And again, if anyone does have any questions of like what Circuit all incorporates, getting started, We do have, of course, the faucet, which we have covered. The documents, the and thread, we have English and Portuguese. Roadmap, of course, the 2020 roadmap, which has been covered before. The white paper is in 4 different languages. So we do have the ability to spread outside of any, let's say, like dominant, like English language speaking areas. If I put that, yellow will appear on the faucet. We want yellow. Yeah. Okay, so I'll make sure that more yellow is incorporated next time. I can promise you that. So I'll make sure the yellows are opened up, and we have some really cool prizes for there. So definitely appreciate the feedback. I can't promise that the driving skills will increase, but I did have a great time, and I'm glad everyone put up with the racing skills. I'm gonna have to polish up on that a little bit. So, but yeah, I'll take one last round of questions or comments, and again, you can always comment in the video down at the bottom, and of course we'll see it. The team will see it. So, yeah. Make sure. Okay. What else do we have? Yeah, I'm trying to think of really. I think that's really should train for next. Yeah. I should get like a someone to like tutor me. I know Dan, if he's still here, he's really good at any type of like simulation racing, and we've actually raced competitively before, and oh man, I definitely crashed into him probably a couple hundred times. He didn't appreciate it, but you know, that's just kind of what happened. So and you know, so I'll definitely train. Thank you for that. I'll definitely make sure to do that. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, definitely. I mean, and again, with everything going on, just a quick note with everything going on, just make sure you're taking care of yourself. I know there's a lot of different changes going on, and like the different governments and everything, and I know people. I rarely use the word like scared, but I think the unknown is never a good thing. Like, no one likes the unknown. Everyone likes a schedule. So, you know, we don't know what's going to occur next, and I think that kind of puts a lot of people on edge. But at the end of the day, we just have to remember we have to be here for each other. What's occurring is negative, but if we start panicking, and you know, that's just going to make it so much worse. Just make sure that you're looking out for you know, your neighbor, I guess you could say, and you know, everything's going to blow over. You know, just don't panic, and you know, that's really just the biggest thing. So yeah, be safe. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely unfortunate, and yes, well, yeah. Yeah, that's the big thing with me and Dan, the soiled it, the SpongeBob meme. Oh Lord, we have a lot of fun conference calls together, but it's always a good time, even though there's a lot of work that goes into it. It's always great to work with Dan and see the innovation that he'll bring next. One thing that Dan and I are working on again is closing out the merchandise. We're ensuring that everything is just spot on, everything looks good, everything's polished. That's the big thing about Circuit. We don't just push something out there and say, here, just enjoy this. We put it together last minute. We really just like make sure that everything is polished, looks clean, and just the top prestige for anything. So we'll make sure we work on that, get it pushed out. We'll put it onto the website as well. And the shirts are really amazing. They truly are. I mean, I haven't seen another project just come close to these shirts. And, you know, definitely just really proud of the shirt. Like, I love this shirt. So, but I believe we'll close out there now. Again, thank you to everyone that has joined this live stream. If you haven't checked into the description below, we have the partners, drivers, sponsors. We do have a few different things that are actually on there as well. Yeah. I mean, it really, so the quality is really nice. Like, even like, yes, the lettering and everything looks really crisp, but just the fabric is like an Under Armour type of spandex. So like when it comes to like the drivers and everything, like, I mean, granted they wouldn't be like wearing it mid race, but whenever they put it on, you wouldn't want to have like a white cotton shirt for like, I mean, that's just going to get like dirty immediately. But having like a black spandex type is really just the best thing that we could have gone with. So definitely a high quality product. But yeah, so again, we will finalize that. We'll make sure that there's other merchandise as well. I know there's like the hoodies. I will say I don't have a hoodie, unfortunately. Granted, we are coming up on the summer months, but the hoodies, wow, are phenomenal. Like, wow, the hoodies are just, I'm definitely getting a hoodie. But when they're actually released, I mean, the hoodies look, wow. So I'm really excited about the hoodies. But we do have other merchandise as well, which looks great. I'm just really excited about the hoodie. So, it looks like winter season. Yeah, I guess so. Oh Lord, that's funny. Yeah, but oh goodness, yeah. But the partners, sponsors, the drivers, make sure to check out their bios. All their bios are on the website. You can see them right here under partners, drivers, and all these. So you can just go ahead and you click on it. Of course, we did cover the faucet. The wallets. Version 2.0 really does have a lot of user-friendly stuff in it. You can put an address and you can save it, so next time you want to send that individual any type of like cryptocurrency, it's already saved. So just a lot of really cool features. But again, definitely, yeah, absolutely. And again, when it does drop, that will be put on the wheel. So we'll make sure that we do put on the wheel. And really just open it up. So we'd love to see the different comments on this video, just giving any type of constructive feedback. Really, whatever you thought of this, it's more than appreciative. And I really do appreciate everyone's time. But with that said, thank you so much for joining the first Saturday night circuit. This is going to continue going on for quite some time. We're going to be revamping the wheel. Any games you want to see, let us know. We'll be pushing it on Twitter. Everyone, I'll have to add up how much everyone won, but over 4,000 circuit to each individual that posted an address, which is like, wow, that's awesome. I mean, that's truly awesome. I'm really happy for everybody. Trent, thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone, being here. And with that said, we'll see you in the next one. I always mess this up. Where's the outro slide? There it is. So we'll see everyone. We'll see everyone in the next one. All right. Yep. See you next week. All right. Take care. Thank you.